Kurinji Senior Secondary School, CBSE, Namakkal.
Successful result producing school in state every year.
Administered by the Board of Directors with over 35 years of experience in the teaching field.
Special attention on art, craft, music, dance, silambam, yoga, skating and karate.
Focus on Hindi Sabha and Spell Bee Olympiad exams.
Smart class for effective and innovative learning and well-furnished library.
Solitary importance on sports and games in state and national level.
WhatsApp facilities to know activities of students and school inside the campus.
NEET, JEE, IIT coaching experts from Rajasthan and Andhra Pradesh along with our effective teachers.
Admission registration for classes LKG to +2.
Kurinji Educational Institution, Kavetipatti, Namakkal. Admission in progress. CBSE, KG to 12, contact 9025895176. Metric 6 to 12, contact 9344567484. For online admission, log on to www.kurinjischoolnkl.in.
Hi students, good evening. This video I want to discuss about our embryonic development. Embryonic development several stages we discussed in the already previous video up to formation of blastocyst. Now this video from the blastocyst onwards up to trilaminar condition. Okay, 3 germinal layers, how it will form, that we want to discuss. Here we are discussing about human reproductive system in the several steps in the human reproductive system already we completed. One is a gametogenesis process, second one insemination, and then fertilization, and then implantation. Here in this video from the implantation onwards I will begin, okay, because of up to blastocyst formation we seen in the last video. So now that blastocyst, how it will implanted in the uterus, then how it will be continue the further changes to up to formation of 3 germinal layers. Let we start today video session. Sinana system paranga implantation. Here basically implantation mean that zygote are converted into the blastocyst. That blastocyst going to inside of a uterus, then it want to attaching with the uterus wall. Here uterus wall made up of the 3 layers, endometrium and myometrium and exometrium kada, ectometrium. So here epimetrium, what? So here these blastocysts will attach it to the endometrium of uterus. That is implantation. Nothing but you should be imagine like this. If you have the seed of the plant, that plant want to germinate mean it want to keeping in the soil germination wise. Okay, like that only we call the implanted. Like here seed is nothing but a zygote. That zygote only several divisions after it formed to the modified into blastocyst. That blastocyst formation wise cleavages are occurs. What are the types of cleavages already we seen, and then it is surrounded by which one? Blastocyst is surrounded by the one layer, that is zona pellucida. Okay, now when it is reach the uterus at the 6th day of the after fertilization, now slowly these zona pellucida will disappear. Okay, from first fertilization occurs in isthmus ampullary junction, correct now? So from there onwards, by the ciliary movement of the ciliary columnar epithelium of fallopian tube, these zygote moves towards of uterus and then to the purpose of implantation. That only here I discussed. So now here gradually the third line, gradually these zona pellucida was disappear and the cells of tophoblast cells. Okay, zona pellucida disappear and tophoblast cells will come out. Tophoblast cells are exposed, correct na? These tophoblast cells are attached to or stick to the uterine wall. So that to uterine, especially endometrium, that I explained. Okay, then see that a tophoblast furtherly inwards of inside of endometrium. Nothing but if you are keeping the one seed in the soil, first day it show the first germination. The small radicle will come out, primulus and radicle in the plant seeds. Slowly then radicle will be going to the inside of deep inside of the soil. Okay, like that first it will implanted, then it will be inwards into the endometrium. Now here blastocyst gets implanted into the uterus mucosa. Uterus mucosa means nothing but endometrium layer mucosa. Okay, so here when it is attaching with it means here these blastocysts attaching with the uterus thickness, uterus endometrium thickness will increase. Thickness of endometrium is increases. Okay, then so like this type of attachment implantation we called interstitial implantation. Because of it is implanted here, it is means blastocyst implanted in the uterus of wall, that too endometrium, that too it involving inside of inwards. Here I said now. So such a type of implantation we called interstitial implantation. Okay, va? These implantation will complete at the day of the 16th day after fertilization. After fertilization onwards, 6th day implantation. Up to that, these 5 days, 6 days, okay, the total growth will be happen in the fallopian tube and then somewhat of nearby the uterus places. Okay, if you see in the diagrammatic representation in our textbook, they are represented in a textbook. Okay, once check it, you will get an idea. Then these process of the implantation aided by the what are the factors are affecting these implantation? Here two things only involving in these implantation. Which are the two substances are involving in implantation? The same structures are involving or guide to the implantation. Here what is my intention means sorry Nana, what is my intention here? Here implantation occurs in between of the blastocyst and uterus endometrium kada. Okay, these layers only will involve. So which layers? Blastocyst, ectometrium, tophoblast, blastocyst, tophoblast, and then simultaneously in the uterus inner wall endometrium. So these two only play an important role to guide to implantation. So that only here I mentioned. Process of the implantation aided by proteolytic enzymes. Sir, now you said these two layers in a tophoblast and uterine mucosa. Now you are saying proteolytic enzymes means these two layers are secreting some of the enzymes, proteolytic enzymes. That proteolytic enzymes are useful for implantation. So which are the proteolytic enzymes are useful in the implantation, helpful in the implantation? Those secretions are secreted by the tophoblast and uterine mucosa. Mucosa means mucus secreting. Okay, so nothing but when you are planting one seed in the soil, a little bit of moisture we want to provide for germination. Correct now? Like that, these things, tophoblast and uterus wall of mucosa, both are essential to the implantation. Okay, when that blastocyst attached to the uterus wall, here uterus wall endometrium will modified into the one layer. That layer, totally endometrium, we call as a decidua. Why we call as a decidua? Here some of the earlier studies, you studied decidual forest. What is the meaning of decidual forest? Which of the plant or trees seasonally it can able to shed out their leaf again reforming? Those trees we call as a decidual trees, decidual forest. Correct now? So here implantation after endometrium, it formed into the decidua. We called into the decidua because of when the baby delivery time, endometrium will also shut out. Not only baby delivery time, the normal menstruation cycle also endometrium will descend out. So that's why we called as a, which is the layer it can able to shed out by the situationally, that we called as a decidua. So here uterine endometrium after implantation we called as a decidua. That decidual parts, again these decidua or endometrium divide into the three regions. One region decidual basalis, and then second one decidua capsularis, third one decidua parietalis. Decidua parietalis, totally endometrium only, but that endometrium decidua we distinguished into the three regions basing on their functions. So here which of the portion of endometrium or decidua is giving the chance for implantation of that blastocyst, that place of endometrium we called as a decidua basalis. Implanted part of the endometrium we called as a decidua basalis. Okay, adikaparam decidua capsularis, that mean separate of embryo from the uterus wall, those parts we called as a such endometrium part we called as a decidua capsularis. Okay, I think so you need a diagrammatic explanation, here I'll explain. So here which of the endometrium part to separate the embryo from the uterine lumen, that we called as a decidua capsularis. And then here which is the endometrium simply lined on the uterus wall, that we called as a decidua parietalis. Decidua parietalis. These are the three parts. Should be remembered. No. Maybe there is a matching based questions will be chance from here. Okay, in shortcut form I mentioned. For example, it is a rough diagram. For understanding, like I have drawn like this. If you take this is a uterus. This is uterus layer, endometrium. Here, this is blastocyst, inner wall. Okay, blastocyst ki ulla these inner cell mass irukku. Theriyum kada nanna. You know. Now, these inner cell mass attaching to the one place that cells of trophoblast we call cells of robber. Cells of robber, correct now. Now, that side, I mean the total blastocyst attached to the uterus wall in one place. That part we called as a decidua basalis. Ingapar. Decidua basalis, the which place of the uterus allowing the implantation, that we called as a decidua basalis. So which is the part of the endometrium allowing the implantation. Got it? Then which is the part of the endometrium is separate the embryo from the uterine. Here this corner, it is a separation, this embryo from the uterus wall. That separated place we call the decidua capsularis. This part is a decidua capsularis. Okay, so I mentioned in the shortcut form DC. Okay, then which part does not have any contact with the embryo, simply just is lining the uterus wall, those part of endometrium we called decidua parietalis. Decidua parietalis, this is the endometrium, correct now? Totally these endometrium we call decidua. A particular partitions of the decidua, first one decidua basalis is the implanted part, decidua capsularis separation part, here this corner, which is not at relation with any embryo or blastocyst, such a endometrium part we call the decidua parietalis. Got it now? Now up to that and enough. Then now this condition, okay, implantation after, it will want to become implanted blastocyst want to become a bilaminar embryonic disc. So that's why I kept a side heading, formation of bilaminar embryonic disc. Okay, you understand the statement meaning. Bilaminar, how many layers nana? 2 layers. Which is the thing, what it will form? Embryonic disc. Nothing but embryo in the primitive condition in the form of 2 layers condition. So that bilaminar condition, how it will produce, we want to discuss. See, implanted here, implantation of the blastocyst completed by the end of the second week. So implanted started at started at the which time, Nana? Which sixth day after fertilization. That mean seventh day. Okay, seventh day onwards, another seventh day. Totally 14 days kada Nana. So the second week are nothing but 14th day end, the total implantation will occur successfully. Okay, nothing but if you are soaking into the seeds in the soil, first 1 week plants does not fixing, plants will germinate, but the stem is somewhat of weak. Okay, root all weak, so simply it will come out without any much more pressure. So that's why wind, water, we want to pour a proper way. Okay, if it is fixing in properly na, on that onwards, if you pour the water, more water, it will not able to disturb the plant growth. So beginning time it want to take care, like here. So the implantation up to completed up to the second week, so nothing but 14th. Then now see, now already I said na, this is inner cell mass and cells of Rober. So when the completion of the second week, cells of Rober will disappear. That means cells of Rober means which place of the inner cell mass attaching with the blastocyst, that place, that cells we call the tophoblast cells, nothing but modified tophoblast cell which is attached to the inner cell mass, those we called Rober cells, cells of Rober, that will be disappear. Inner cell mass irukna, then inner cell mass will become a embryonic disc, become a embryonic disc. Now see here, this is a inner cell mass, this inner cell mass ICM inner cell mass, inner cell mass become a embryonic disc, it will become a embryonic disc. Now further changes, this if you take, this is the embryonic disc, inside of that embryonic cell disc or inner cell mass, it form the in the lower level of cells of inner cell mass or embryonic disc, some of the cells are deviated, detaching from that mass. So here I mentioned some of the cells of inner cell mass nothing but embryonic disc kada. Lower side layers are separated. Here this is the green color, this is the blue color. So once upon a time these cells are also attached to the in this side, but unfortunately it will detach. It will detach. So by detaching here, this is, it will form, this is one layer, another thing, this is one layer. So when some of the inner cell mass detaching or separating from the lower side of the embryonic disc, it is appearance is the two layers. That two layer parts we call as a epiblast. Epiblast. Okay, after separation of one layer from these inner cell mass, now that total two substances, two structures we call the epiblast, upper side, hypoblast, lower side. Okay, okay. Then these and all inner cell mass only. So delamination, here I mentioned formation of inner cell mass into the two layers as a epiblast and hypoblast, that is called delamination. Lamination means layers. Correct na? So that is so in this situation we call it a bilaminar embryonic disc. Bilaminar embryonic disc. Bilaminar embryonic disc. So when the embryonic stages containing with epiblast and hypoblast, those stages we call as a bilaminar embryonic disc. So bilaminar embryonic disc containing with the two layers, epiblast and hypoblast. Then gastrulation. Here this color is visible to you or not, I don't know. Next time I will be care about these letters, colors. Gastrulation. Now when the blastocyst is formed into the embryonic disc, now further steps, here slowly these layer hypoblast layer is increasing their number, and then slowly it is occupying the inner cavity. That inner cavity, on that situation we called enclose the yolk sac. Yolk sac. Okay, yolk sac is empty place, it is filled with nutrients once upon a time, the earlier organisms. But here we are the microlithidal animals, so there is no any yolk, so that yolk sac totally filled by these hypoblast. Okay, seen on gastrulation involves in this process proliferation, that means increasing their number, And differentiation, I mean some of the things are different to the different functions wise, different structurally differ. And movement of the cells in the embryo, that means one place to another place, cells will be migrate. Okay, so these and all present in the gestation. Okay, so next, along the longitudinal axis, this one for understanding wise I mentioned here. Along the longitudinal axis, embryonic disc, one primitive streak will form. Primitive streak means a deep depression containing one groove. Primitive streak, this is the, just remember like this. Tomorrow, next videos I will draw one more clarity diagrams. So, primitive streak will form. That primitive streak inside, I mean, madhya, primitive groove is there. Groove means, you know, a deep depression, correct na? Nothing but imagine stitching needle. Stitching needle, theriyum kada nana. So that needle like structure is appearance in the embryonic disc, that we call the primitive streak, which is the place having the small hole, that stitching needle. That stitching needle top place is the pointed place, and the opposite side one small hole for input of that thread, correct na? So like that we called as a groove. If you observe that whole bottom place, a deep depression is there. That we called groove. Now the top edge of that needle, primitive folds are there. Primitive folds are there. Now in the primitive folds middle position, primitive pit is there. Primitive pit nothing but hole. Okay. So these primitive bit all are connecting primitive knot or primitive node or Hansen's node. Hansen's node. Just imagine stitching needle. Next time I will draw that these diagrammatic representation. Okay, there is no time. Okay, see, understand kadana? Here gestational period involving in the proliferation and differentiation and movement of the cells. These steps are involving in this gestation period. Here first step, what it will happens in the longitudinal axis of the embryonic disc. This is the embryonic disc, this is the longitudinal axis. So by the longitudinal axis, what it will form? Primitive streak will form, nothing but needle. Okay, nothing but needle, that stitching needle. If you see in that stitching needle top place, it has one small groove, and the either sides of the small groove, what it is there? Primitive folds are there. That primitive folds inner side is primitive pit, nothing but hole. Okay, both are connecting with the primitive knot. That knot we also call the node or Hansen's node. That you remember. Then up to now we discussed in the bilaminar embryonic disc following by the gestation. Next, third column paranganana. This third column tells about the trilaminar embryo. That means embryonic developmentation time 3 germinal layers want to form. Already animal kingdom time we discussed that some of the animals are triploblastic, some of the animals are diploblastic. That so here we are the belongs to triploblastic. How that triploblastic layers will form? Ingression of the epiblast cells. What is epiblast cells? This is a green color is the epiblast. This is the hypoblast. Hypoblast will be disappear. These epiblast cells only. Ingression of the epiblast cells, they are replaced the hypoblast cells. That means slowly these epiblast cells are increasing their number. It is a hypoblast cells are replacing by these cells. Okay, then it will form the endoderm. Okay, endoderm. So here some of the cells of the epiblast, converge towards of primitive folds. Here I said na, either sides of primitive folds are there. That primitive folds are covered by the some of the epiblast cells. Which of the epiblast cells are attaching to these primitive fold? Those cells in future it will become a mesoderm. And then which of the cells still remains in the epiblastic stage? Those all are belongs to ectoderm. Got it, Anna? Primitive streak. That primitive streak, upper side epiblast cells are there. Some of the epiblast cells are replacing of these hypoblast. Now that replacing cells we call as a endoderm, and some of the cells are attaching to the either sides of the primitive grooves of a primitive streak. So that cells we call as a mesodermal cells. So still some of the cells are present in the epiblast place. So that epiblast cells we call as a ectoderm. So if you observe the cleanly and if you understand the concept here, how many germinal layers are formed, Nanna? Endo, meso, ecto kada. So this condition we called as a trilaminar embryo kada. So already I said in this video we will discuss up to trilaminar condition. Now trilaminar onwards we want to discuss organogenesis. Why? Here in our body every organ is made up of either any one of the tissue in the epithelial and connective and then next muscle, fourth one nervous. These are only 4 type of tissues. That 4 type of tissues are origin derived from the either any one of the layer kada. That mean mesoderm onwards connective tissues and then muscle tissues are formed from the mesoderm. Ectoderm always formed to the epithelial layers. Endoderm will form the gut. So some of the epithelial cells will form the either any one of all these things. All these things are involving in the formation of epithelial cells. So that's why epithelials 3 types. One is epithelium and mesothelium and endothelium. Endothelium origin from the endoderm, mesothelium origin from the mesoderm. Okay, if it is origin from the epithelium, that from the ectoderm. Okay, va? This is the 3 laminar condition of a human developmental stage. Now next video I will tell about organogenesis. Okay, how our organs are developed in the embryonic development, that and all we will discuss in the next video. Okay, Nana.